Hello, class. So I want to go through the syllabus a little bit with you guys so you can get a better understanding of the layout and the timing or the pace of the class. So right here, we're going to go into learning path and you are going to click syllabus. And when we look through the syllabus right here, um, you're going to see that I have quite a few things here, right? We have our basic, copyright, the text of what the class is and what the expectations are and the objective. And when we go down in here, you're going to see the materials and the supplies. So the sketchbook, it's for taking notes or making rough thumbnails or sketches, but that could be anything, honestly. It could be a spiral notebook. It could be, loose pages that you put in a 3-ring binder, but please, it does not need to be a brand new sketchbook that you have to purchase for my class. The next thing, number 2, the Bristol board pad. 9 by 12 inches. I'm not really having any projects go larger than 9 by 12 inches. And the Bristol board is a type of paper that is multi-layered, right, with the fibers crisscrossing. And that really helps the paper absorb the ink that we're going to be using in this class, and it doesn't really crinkle. It's stronger paper. Now, if you find a hard time getting Bristol board, you can use, white cardstock printing paper. That's also kind of thick and can be used as well. Tracing paper. We're going to need some tracing paper for some of the projects, like the shape project and the texture project. So you don't need to get a large roll. It could be a pad, 9 by 12 inches, once again, and it needs to be white. Do not get yellow tracing paper. A set of micron markers or tech liners. Now, these markers, they're really felt tip pens, but they come in different sizes, like point, you know, 0.01, 0.03, 0.05, 0.07. So they get a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger. And we need that because that helps us create line quality, which is very important in our course, and it adds variety to our projects. So that's what the microns and the tech liners are going to be. Number 5, Chart Pack Super Black Marker. Now, this is a marker. You can use a Sharpie marker, but the Chart Pack marker, man, it is black. And you can go several times on a piece of paper crisscrossing, and it's always going to bleed black, and you won't see the strokes. Yes, there's other markers out there that are just as good. I'm just giving you one brand that I've used that I've really liked. But a regular Sharpie marker that you use to label your moving boxes, I don't know if that's going to cut it. And craftsmanship is important in this class. So if it looks kind of sloppy, this is why I recommend it. A graphite stick for rubbings. When we do our texture project and even our tracings for the shape project, a nice small little piece of graphite stick would be good. You can use a number 2B, 4B, or even 6B. The higher number with the B means the softer the graphite, but a 2B is just as good. Let's see. A metal ruler, yes, with a corked back. Now, if you're using the metal ruler and we're drawing lines with the metal ruler with the cork helps the metal ruler stay clean on the edge because of the felt tip marker, and it avoids like smearing on your project. An X-Acto blade, okay, that's what we use for cutting. You're going to need that for the line project, which will be the sculptural aspect, and also for when you're cutting your formats down and your Bristol down to the correct format to submit work. Scissors are optional, but everyone has some scissors. A mat knife, that's optional. Some people call that a box cutter. So if you don't have an X-Acto blade and you're trying to save money and you have a nice box cutter with a very crispy, clean, knife on it, or blade, I should say, that will be sufficed. The self-healing cutting board. Look, when you're cutting, you don't want to be cutting on the kitchen table or on formica or anything like that. You're going to ruin the table with the knife. Or you don't want to be cutting on the floor either. You're going to ruin the floor or the tile or even the blade. So, a healing pad or a mat cutting pad, they're pretty inexpensive, and you can find one. You don't need it to be that big. 9 by 12 is good. If you can get it a little bit bigger, like a 10 by 18, it's more roomy, it's comfortable, that would be good too. Pencils, everyone has that. The kneaded eraser is kind of an eraser that is, it's kind of like chewing gum, but it's a kneaded eraser. And it's very good for erasing pencil lines without really breaking up the fibers on the paper. In drawing class, you use it for also blending and highlights. You might have these, you might have some of this stuff in your kits as well. The glue tape. Now, the glue tape, it kind of looks like a cartridge that is used for like whiteout, but it's not. It's like a sticky adhesive. You can use the glue tape, or you can use rubber cement. Some of you may have rubber cement in your kit or in your house or what have you. Rubber cement is also fine. I just find that sometimes the permanent bond glue tape is kind of quicker for many of us. And then the clear packing tape. This is just for the texture project. If you have some clear packing tape laying around in the house, you're only going to need just a few strips of it. So I have it there, but you don't need to run out and buy a 6-pack of clear packing tape. Okay, so as we move down with the syllabus, you're going to see there's more of the grading policies and the projects that we're working on, and course attendance and what have you. Now let's just move down to the nitty-gritty. Let's get down to the brass tacks of things. Here is the layout of what we're doing. Week 1, you can see that's a lot of stuff, but it's not too much. If you really hustle and you just, you get to work, you can do these projects within 2 days, 1 day, just depends what, you have to set aside time for these projects. And again, this is a mid-quarter course. It's compressed. It's 5 weeks. So this is the challenge. Week 2, we're starting texture, and we've got our texture project. But week 1 is going to be tough because we're looking at design, intro to design, and we are doing intro to line. Now, week 3, intro to shape. And you can see that, these are the things that we're doing. What's due? Well, the texture project and the quiz on texture from week 2, right? And week 4, you can see right here, we're working on balance. What's due on week 4? Your shape projects and the quiz on shape. And then week 5, emphasis. And you got to do the quiz on emphasis. And then what's due? Balance projects. Now, at the end of week 5, your emphasis project is due as well. Now, I am going to be making adjustments on the balance and the emphasis project. So, keep that in mind in terms of how much you see here. But this is the layout. This is the syllabus. All right, everybody. Now, I will tell you, if you do have any questions or concerns, do email me. I will try to respond within 24 hours. Right up here, you can see my email right up here, right there. And, email me, or you can also, type in a question in the Ask the Professor forum of discussion. Okay, everybody. Well, I'll see you soon. Ciao.